All right. Let's see what we have here. Looks like a deep dive on electrostatic spray guns today.
Seems like it.
And, judging from this material, you're looking for ways to save paint and boost efficiency in your painting operation.
Sounds about right.
I see a lot about TUMPs here.
Yeah,
Are we talking about industrial applications?
most likely. You're definitely looking at ways to maximize paint transfer efficiency, and electrostatic spray guns could be a game changer for that.
Okay, so electrostatic spray guns, for those who maybe haven't encountered them, they use charged paint particles that are attracted to a grounded surface, which leads to less waste and better coverage. But let's get into the specifics here. The sources highlight some real struggles with conventional spray guns,
Mm-hmm.
especially this low transfer efficiency.
Right.
We're talking just 25 to 30% of the paint actually hitting the target.
Whoa.
Imagine all that wasted material and the cost.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And beyond the cost, even think about the environmental impact of all that wasted paint. Electrostatic spray guns offer a solution to both of those problems.
Okay, so let's break down how these electrostatic guns actually work.
Uh-huh.
I'm picturing something like static cling, where clothes stick together because of those charged particles.
That's actually a good analogy. Basically, the gun charges the paint particles, and then they're attracted to the grounded surface you're painting.
Mm-hmm.
Think of it like tiny magnets seeking out metal.
Yeah.
And this simple principle, it leads to some really remarkable benefits.
Yeah, the sources mentioned transfer efficiency jumping up to like 90% with these electrostatic guns.
Wow.
That's a huge leap.
Huge.
Can you even quantify what that kind of improvement would look like in a real-world setting?
Sure. Let's take the example of painting car parts. A conventional spray gun might waste like 75% of the paint,
Wow.
meaning for every gallon used, only a quart actually ends up on the car part.
Oh, gosh.
With an electrostatic gun, that waste is dramatically reduced. You're saving money on paint and disposal.
And I see the source also highlights the improved finish quality you can achieve with these electrostatic guns. What makes the finish so much better?
It's all about how evenly the paint is distributed. Those charged particles are attracted to all sides of the surface you're painting,
Okay.
creating a smoother, more consistent coat. It's like each tiny droplet of paint knows exactly where to go, and you get that professional-grade finish with fewer runs or sags.
The sources dive deep into a case study about painting monoblock pumps, which seems very relevant to your interests.
Yeah,
This study really hammers home all the benefits we're talking about.
absolutely.
Ah.
Yeah, this case study is a great illustration of the potential impact.
Hmm.
They were able to reduce paint consumption by 28 milliliters per component.
Okay.
Now, that might not sound like a lot, but when you're painting hundreds or thousands of components,
Yeah.
those savings add up quickly.
Right.
Not to mention they saw a 50% decrease in painting time per component. That translates to a huge boost in productivity. You can complete jobs faster and potentially take on more projects.
Wow, that's amazing.
It is.
So those numbers are really impressive. It
Yeah.
sounds like electrostatic spray guns can make a real difference,
Yeah.
in terms of both cost savings and productivity.
Yeah.
But before we get too carried away, let's address something the source material mentions a few times.
Okay.
This paint resistivity.
Oh, yeah, that's a really important point.
Yeah.
Paint resistivity plays a big role in how effective the electrostatic application is.
Okay, so essentially it refers to like how well a paint conducts electricity.
Right.
So we want the paint to be conductive.
Yeah.
So it can hold that charge and be attracted to the surface. But
Mhm.
the source suggests there's kind of a sweet spot
Uh-huh.
when it comes to resistivity.
Exactly. If the paint is too conductive, the electrical charge will just dissipate too quickly, and it reduces how effective that attraction is.
Okay.
On the other hand, if the paint isn't conductive enough, it's not going to hold a charge properly.
Right, so it's not as simple as just grabbing any old can of paint.
Yeah.
Are there certain types of paint that are formulated for this kind of application?
Absolutely. There are paints specifically designed with the right resistivity levels to work best with electrostatic spray guns.
Okay.
If you use the wrong type of paint, it could lead to some pretty frustrating results.
Yeah.
So it's important to choose carefully.
And this is where partnering with a company that specializes in this technology
Yeah,
could be really valuable.
absolutely.
They can offer some guidance on selecting the right paint.
Exactly.
Speaking of which, the source material mentions two big names in the industry,
Okay.
Graco and Bullows.
Mm.
And they seem to have kind of a system that combines their strengths.
Yeah, it's a really interesting partnership.
Yeah. What can you tell us about that?
So think of it this way. Bullows provides a really sophisticated paint delivery system,
Okay.
and then Graco provides the high-tech electrostatic spray gun. This combined system is designed to work together seamlessly. Maximize that paint transfer efficiency and achieve a really great finish.
So it's more than just the spray gun itself.
Right.
It's about the entire paint delivery process.
Exactly.
So let's start with the Bullows system. What makes their approach to paint circulation so unique?
Well, Bullows specializes in these closed-loop paint circulating systems.
Okay.
And what these systems do is they keep the paint constantly moving, which prevents it from settling and maintains a consistent viscosity.
Okay.
So you don't need those traditional agitation methods anymore,
Yeah.
which can be super time-consuming and often result in kind of inconsistent paint quality.
I can see how that would contribute to a smoother, more uniform finish.
Right.
And then the Graco electrostatic gun comes in to kind of take things to the next level.
Exactly. The Graco gun charges those paint particles as they come out of the nozzle,
Okay.
creating that attraction to the target surface.
Mhm.
So combine that with the Bullows system's precise paint delivery, and you get a remarkable level of control and efficiency.
The source material highlights some impressive results with this setup,
Yeah.
including this consistent, high-quality finish.
Uh-huh.
And it sounds like they've got the experience to back it up.
Oh, for sure. Bullows has been around for a long time, and they've got a huge customer base.
Yeah.
So you can be confident that their technology is reliable.
This all sounds incredibly promising. But let's shift gears for a second
Okay.
and talk about something else the source material mentions.
Right.
These VOCs and HPs.
Right.
Can you remind us what those are and why they're relevant here?
Sure. So VOCs stands for volatile organic compounds,
Okay.
and HAP stands for hazardous air pollutants.
Got it.
They're basically chemicals that can be released from some paints and coatings into the air,
Okay.
and they can be bad for our health and the environment.
So reducing those emissions is a big concern in the industry.
Big time.
How do electrostatic spray guns factor into this?
Well, one of the biggest advantages of this technology is that it can significantly reduce those VOC and HAP emissions.
Okay.
Remember, we're talking about much higher transfer efficiency,
Yeah.
less paint wasted, and therefore less of those harmful chemicals are released.
So it's another win for electrostatic spray guns.
For sure.
Not only are they more efficient and cost-effective, they're also better for the environment.
You got it.
And the source material highlights another important consideration, DFT requirements.
Okay.
Can you remind us what DFT requirements are and why we should care?
So DFT stands for dry film thickness.
Got it.
It's basically how thick the dry paint is on a surface.
Okay.
And different applications will have specific DFT requirements
Mm.
to make sure that coating is providing enough protection and durability.
So, for example, a piece of outdoor furniture might need a thicker coating
Right.
than an indoor wall
Exactly.
to withstand the elements.
Yeah.
How do electrostatic spray guns help ensure those requirements are met?
It all comes down to their precision and control. They allow for very precise paint application,
Mm-hmm.
so it's easier to hit those specific DFT targets.
Okay.
You have more control over how much paint is being applied, so you reduce the risk of overspray or inconsistencies.
It seems like electrostatic spray guns really tick a lot of boxes
They do.
when it comes to optimizing a painting operation.
Yeah.
They're more efficient, they produce a better finish, they're better for the environment,
Mm-hmm.
they help achieve those specific coating requirements.
Exactly.
But what about the practical side of things?
Okay.
Say you're running a busy operation where you're having to switch between different colors pretty frequently.
Yeah.
The source material mentions something called changeover frequency.
Right.
What does that mean exactly?
So changeover frequency just means how often you need to change the color in your system.
Okay.
Each color change takes time. You have to flush out the old paint, clean the system, load the new color.
Yeah.
Frequent color changes lead to downtime, which can impact productivity.
So if you're painting a lot of different parts in different colors, those changeovers can become a real bottleneck.
Absolutely.
Is that something that this Bullows Graco system addresses?
It is. Their system is designed to make color changes as quick and easy as possible,
Okay.
minimizing that downtime and keeping the operation running smoothly.
This deep dive has really opened my eyes to the complexity of paint application.
It's amazing, isn't it?
It's so much more than just, spraying some color on a surface,
Yeah, you've got all these factors to consider.
right? Like efficiency,
Yeah.
quality, environmental impact, and even those specific requirements of the coating itself.
Uh-huh. And it seems like this technology offers a pretty good solution to a lot of the challenges we face in the painting process.
I'm also struck by the importance of having, a knowledgeable partner to guide you through this process.
Yeah.
It's not just about the equipment, it's about the expertise and the support
Yeah, having that support can make all the difference.
to make sure you're getting the most out of the technology.
Exactly. Choosing the right system, the right paint, having the proper training makes a big difference in getting those results.
We've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive.
Yeah.
We've explored the science behind these electrostatic spray guns,
Yeah.
the impact on efficiency, quality, the environment.
Mhm.
We even delved into, paint selection and system design.
Yeah, it's been a fascinating look at a technology that's really changing things up.
Yeah.
Seems like you've given them some great information to think about as they explore how these spray guns might benefit their operation.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm walking away with a much deeper appreciation for how complex this all is
Yeah,
and the role technology plays in making this process better.
for sure.
But before we wrap things up, I want to go back to something you mentioned earlier,
Okay.
paint resistivity.
Right.
It seems like a crucial factor to keep in mind.
It,
Is there anything else you can share about that from these materials?
One thing that really stands out is that it's super important to work with paint suppliers who understand electrostatic application. They can help you choose paints with the right resistivity level for your specific equipment and application. Don't hesitate to ask questions
Right.
and really use their expertise.
That's great advice. And remember, this deep dive is just a starting point.
Yeah.
There is a ton of information out there from these manufacturers like Graco and Bullows, industry experts, and even other professionals who are already using this technology.
Absolutely.
So don't be afraid to, reach out.
Yeah.
Tap into those resources as you explore this further.
It's definitely worth looking into.
Yeah.
Electrostatic spray technology offers a really great combination of benefits, economic and environmental,
Yeah.
that can really make a difference in a painting operation.
Well, I'm inspired to keep learning and exploring the possibilities.
Me too.
Until next time, stay curious. So it sounds like Total Turnkey Solutions means they kind of handle everything
Yeah.
from the beginning,
Yeah.
like the consultation and system design
Uh-huh.
to installation training and support.
Exactly. Bullows works really closely with their clients
Okay.
to understand their needs and goals.
Yeah.
And then they develop a solution that addresses those needs from start to finish.
So it's like having a partner to guide you through every step
Yeah, you got it.
to make sure it's a smooth transition.
Right.
That level of support seems really valuable,
It is.
especially for companies that are maybe new to this technology or those who are looking to make a big upgrade.
For sure, it takes the guesswork out of it.
Yeah.
And you have that peace of mind knowing the experts are there.
The source material also mentions Bullows' expertise in upgradation and customization of manual or conventional techniques into advanced, fully economical, automated solutions.
Right.
So they're not just focused on selling new equipment.
Yeah.
They're also helping companies transition from their existing setups
Yeah.
to these more efficient and automated processes.
Exactly. So whether you're starting from scratch or looking to modernize what you already have,
Yeah.
Bullows can help you figure out the best way to do it.
This deep dive has been so insightful.
Yeah.
We've learned so much about these electrostatic spray guns.
We have.
From the science behind them to, the benefits like cost savings,
Right.
better finish quality,
Yeah.
reducing that environmental impact, even their ability to meet those specific coding requirements.
It's really fascinating how this technology is changing the industry.
Yeah, and it seems like we provided some good info for our listeners to consider
I think so.
as they explore how this might work for them.
For sure.
I'm definitely walking away with a much deeper appreciation for how complex this process is
Me too.
and the role technology plays in improving it.
Absolutely.
Well, this has been great.
It has.
I've really enjoyed this deep dive.
Me too.
Thanks for joining me.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
And all of our listeners out there, thanks for tuning in and keep on learning.